Hey, Planeswalkers, Mythras here. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Welcome, my friends, to today's episode of Top Deck. We're breaking things down with an Izzet Fable deck. Very excited about this one here. Appreciate you tuning in. Flip me a like, smash the subscribe, stay around for a while because we got a ton of stuff here on the channel. If you get a question or comment, let me know throughout the episode. Love to hear your feedback. On top of that, down below, you will find today's timestamps where I will cover the strategy objective of this list. We'll go into boarding for best of three. We'll go play that competitive Magic here in both best of one and best of three with the reset here in May. Very excited about this. Now, with the new season and new set here, this one is a great bridge deck I'm very excited about. So we're here to talk about that as well. So appreciate that support as always. Let's get cracking here on Izzet Fable. So this particular deck is by our friend Schlop. So congratulations, Schlop, on hitting top 10 here and closing out the last season. Very cool deck, something to take advantage of in the meta, and want to share it here on the channel. So a couple of key things to think about. Most of the new stuff coming in from this particular deck, as you can see, is actually going to be in your sideboard. So you don't have as many pickups from the streets of New Capenna as we're hoping, but hey, that is what it is. Means it's a very powerful deck. So you can see that right there. Those are a couple things I do want to call it. We'll talk about that in the best of three stuff. So in terms of strategy objective of this list, it's really mid-range, late game. More so late game. What you're trying to do is trade on everything, whether it's returning a creature, whether it's burning something off the board, but ultimately at the top end, you have Goldspan, you have Kiki Jiki or Reflection, which is very powerful in Fable. That's why it's called Izzet Fable. And then Wandering Mind. So this is going to let you go dig for answers, which is very powerful. Now, paired with this, you can keep digging for answers. Or the other thing is you can create these lovely gold spans and get extra gold spans flipping and hitting in. 4 damage per turn. That's a nice chip. So that really is the strategy objective of this list. You still have Bloodthirsty Adversary as well, so you can obviously have us enter and keep pumping if you wanted to pull some of these other options back. But that's how we want to think about it in terms of burning certain things off, particularly in best of one. Obviously, it's best of three deck, so we need to play it a little bit differently when it comes to that. So that is a good bridge for us to now talk about moving to best of three, and we break this down in 3 ways: aggro, mid-range, and late game. So mainly with that, a couple of the key pieces to keep in mind are certainly in the aggro lineups. You're going to have mono white. You're also going to have mono green. We just did that one. You can check that out here on the channel as well. Other things to keep in mind, you could run into kind of some of the bridge decks like Naya humans. Then we also have mono black zombies, or mono black from that perspective in terms of aggro. And last but not least, you might hit mono red in there in between an artifacts, and then also some of the bigger flyers, those kinds of decks that you might hit as well. So here, some of the big pieces I would suggest: potentially a braid. You're going to want more direct damage, things moving off. Voltage Surge is a good one for you too. Seismic Wave to wipe the board, Burn Down the House to wipe the board, anything on creature-based stuff. Those are all very powerful for you. You're going to want to flip out things like Negate. They're not going to provide as much value. So those are going to be some of the areas that you might want to target. Then when we get to the mid-range, again, we talked about Naya humans. We've done that stuff. Here on the channel, we also begin to hit some of the enchantment decks. Lesnia, we also have Naya runes. We hit Rakdos Sacrifice, a new popular one, Jund midrange, which we ran here on the channel as well. And then last but not least here in this space, you might run into Golgari and a few other kind of mid-rangey type decks. Now here, creature base, we talked about what you want to flip in: Seismic Wave, Burn Down the House, Braid. If they're not running that, you might want to start to think about Malevolent Hermit, or potentially Disdainful Stroke. So here's that pickup there that we were talking about from Streets of New Capenna. Now, big piece here as we pivot out of this to late game, though. Late game, we're going to have Esper midrange, or sorry, Esper midrange was the one that I was thinking about that I missed. Esper midrange, you can definitely throw in Disdainful Stroke, but you're going to have Esper control, you're going to have Grixis control, you're going to have Azorius control, you're also going to have Orzhov control and mono black control, and sometimes mono white. Now, big pieces here: Malevolent Hermit, Wandering Mind's great, Disdainful Stroke. those are going to be what you want to pivot to. You can pull out your burn stuff in terms of not removing creatures as much and focusing on more of that control matchup. You just want to protect your creature gold span as it hits the board, those kinds of things. You get that to stick, you're probably going to be golden from that perspective. But Disdainful Stroke coming out of Streets of New Capenna is very, very powerful for this deck on some of those control things and at that top end, my friend. So again, that is the strategy objective of this list. Mid-range, late game, really probably more so in late game. And then again, how we break it down against aggro, mid-range, and late game for the new May meta, additionally for the Streets of New Capenna meta. And we'll go from there. So again, if you got a question or comment, let me know. But let's get moving to the competitive matches of today's episode. We will go play 3 best of ones. And then we'll go play our lovely best of 3 as we always do. Again, Izzet Fable. Oops, I did the wrong thing. Don't like this setup. Catches me too many times. Izzet Fable by Schlapp. All right, we'll go do this again. There we go. Standard ranked. Izzet Fable. Let's go. Gotta love it. All right, we're in our match. Even 83. So I like this. We got a lot of burn. Again, you can sacrifice an artifact if you need to do more. Now, the way that you do this is you sacrifice those treasure tokens and go from there. We will keep this though. So we can actually start here. We got 2 creatures that are going to give us the dig. Let's keep that. I can use that. So we got a Selesnya deck. Now, the problem here is we don't have the burn stuff as much, which is too bad. We'll do this first. I'm going to put a little bit of protection. Now again, we have 3 things that we can go dig with. The problem is we don't have what we need to really go dig, which is an issue. Yeah, 2 damage, draws 2. Can use this. Let's use Expressive Iteration. Each creature we control, that's going to be a problem. So now all I need to do is wait. Let's go grab something here. Now again, there wouldn't be an issue against this, to be honest. If we had our stuff to sweep the board. All right, we got gold span. We don't have what we need quite yet. can't kill there. And it had the lovely, lovely counter. Still wasn't enough, my friends, unfortunately. So, what can we do here? We need a lot of burn. It's not gonna matter there. This says haste. I don't think we have it. We'll try. Bummer. Glad we got to see a new fun token type deck here. Very, very nice with Broker's Ascendancy. Not bad. Now, what we should have done when we hit this, we should have hit it with a voltage or a spike. Then that shield would have came off, but the reality is, really wouldn't have made a difference. Here in the sideboard, that's where I would have swept in, burned down the house, all that stuff, and then this deck wouldn't be as big of an issue. So we just didn't hit what we needed. All right, on to match number 2. Harvey. Look at that. Opponent goes first. We can keep this. We got 1 burn. Let's see. What do we want? Let's choose this one. Let's put that one back in. That one can go out. Keep the stuff off the board. That's a problem. Should have waited on that at upkeep each end step. It's fine. Now we're in trouble because we did not keep the ability to keep pulling stuff off here, which is going to be an issue. Let's get rid of 1 and 2. Oh, not a single land. They just need one more. There, they got it. Signaled too early. It's all right. Again, missing the burn. Would took all that stuff off. Now, again, against those kinds of creature-based decks, we know that we got to trade fast. I'm surprised we still haven't got any of the pushback stuff. All right, let's go to the next one. Third and final best of one here. Kind of tough love so far. 0-2. 0-2. It's competitive, though. Very, very competitive. That's all right. Alex. Let's try it. I'm gonna be like, what the heck? We did it this way. Want my 3 so I can keep Prismari. Ooh. Try it. We'll see if it's mono blue tempo. Probably is. Yeah. Ooh. Mono blue tempo. There we go. Give me a land. Not what we needed. There we go. So give me 1, 2, and get 3 off. I still have a burn if I need it. Let's see if that's good enough. Whoa. Connive killed me there. The double cast on control. Not bad. It's going to win the mirror matches for sure. And that actually put him at lethal. Close to lethal. Brutal. Should have hit the aberration. Not lethal yet. Nothing I can do. Nothing we can do. Too bad. Very unfortunate. Uh-oh. I can't counter. There we go. It worked. Not bad. I like playing these decks. I don't like losing this much, but it happens because it's magic, and we love showing that on the channel. So can't win them all. It happens. 0-3 best of one. So certainly a best of three deck. There's some things we can change around there and play a little bit differently to overcome those particular challenges. Let's go on to our traditional standard ranked best of three here again. Top 10 deck by Schlop. Coming out of the gate here. But let's see what we can do. All right, Mike Nugo. Horrible start. Keep this. What do we want to get rid of? Get rid of the negate for now. What do we got? Oof. Let's try to get some damage in. We got Fable, Dragon, or Fading. There you go. Could have grabbed the land. They probably have another burning down the house. They pitched that one. Let's grab. This could be a dead card. We'll keep this. See if we get away with it. They didn't counter. Uh-oh. What do they got going? So here's the thing. We might actually have lethal here. As long as they don't have a spike. There we go. Bam! There we go. Getting through our friends right there. So let's grab 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Grab that one. No burning down the house. We don't need fading hopes. We don't need these. What else? Dragonfires we don't need. Is there something else I could throw in there? Take those. Pulling my guys back's good. One more of those. There we go. All right, we'll keep it that way. Woo! Mike Nuko. Keep this. Put them down now. Let them spike it if they want. At least right out. Yeah, there you go. might have a counter here. Oh, oh. Oops, cast. We'll do that. There we go. Guess I should went the other way. That's alright. There we go. Hold this on. We will see. Again, if that's what we need, invoke despair. Get that out of there. Now, there's a reason I held that back. I held that back because of the fact that I still want to have something to drop when I get a chance. There we go. Bam! There we go. Love it. Best of 3, taking it down, recovering from our best of 1. So a very, very nice deck nonetheless. We talked about some of the stuff that you could pull into best of 1 to make it a little bit more up to pace in terms of the tempo for what you're hitting. But overall, a very, very fun deck. Pretty fast, actually, for Izzet there, which is nice as well. Relative to some of the other things, but again, that's just kind of the tempo of the meta, which is great. So Planeswalkers, thank you for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Again, we broke things down with the top 10 deck. Izzet Fable here. Went through the construct of the deck, the sideboard free for best 1, best 3. Best 3, we did get our clock cleaned, went 0-3. Unfortunately, best of 3 though was the reverse. We won and cleaned someone else's clock, going 2-0. So very, very nice nonetheless. Appreciate you tuning in as always. Flip me a like, smash the subscribe. Love to see you around some more. If you get a question, if you get a comment, Let me know. Love to hear from you. Love to hear your feedback. Feel free to hop in the Discord server, my friends. Great way to support the channel. Thank you to the patrons. Thank you to the YouTube members, as always. And that additional support, I appreciate. Last but not least, other great ways to stay up to date on the channel. So Planeswalkers, stay safe. You take care. We'll see you again soon. Until next time, Mythras out.